Hello, everybody. I hope you are all doing fine. Let me see, we have already 7 viewers, so thank you very much for joining again. Adrian is here, of course. Adrian, nice to have you here as well. We have also here Santosh. I'm fine, thanks for asking. So I'm good, it's good to be back. So I've made a little break from streaming because of my video course release, but now I'd like to do this on a regular thing again every week. I think every Monday at least, maybe Friday as well. I need to check this, but nice to be here. Hello, what's his name? Dan's analyst. Hi, nice to have you here too. And also Matthias Schmidt, nice to have you here as well. So nice to have already a few people here, and it's good to be back. So for everybody who is here the first time, let me give you just a little summary of what we do here. By the way, I have some background music as well. If this is too loud, just let me know about this. All right. Oh, yeah. Thank you for buying. I hope you enjoyed. I released my course last, what was it? I think it was Wednesday was the Laracon, on Thursday was the official release. So a lot of people already bought it. Really thankful for this. And I hope you, Miffle, you enjoyed too. Thank you very much. So let me bring back here my browser. Let me see. You can see it. Yeah, this looks good. So we're building here a little platform called Refactoring PHP. This is what it currently looks like. Let me get back here to the home page. So what we see here are some code snippets. So people can provide code snippets. And then what users can do is provide so-called solution to the snippets, and which are just refactored versions of those snippets. So for example, this is a snippet that a user provided, and he's like, hey, this is my code. Maybe you have some ideas on how to improve it, to make it more simpler, better maintainable. Whatever you're refactoring to, and then people have here those solutions, and you can provide a solution if you're logged in, and on the homepage you can create a snippet yourself. Okay, this is what it looks like so far, and I have a few things on my list. Let me just check again. Hello you too, Miran. Nice to have you here as well. And as I mentioned on Twitter, I also want to do my little giveaway today. So if maybe you've seen it on Twitter, so I had this raffle for my release tweet of my course, and everybody who retweeted the tweet has a chance to win 1 or 3 1-year live coupons for PHP Storm. 1 year free PHP Storm coupons. So you can have PHP Storm 1 year. You can use it 1 year for free if you win this. And what I have here is Tinkerwell. I think you can see it. I have here a lot of users in here. And I'm just picking now 3 of them. So this will be the raffle. So we'll see 3 of them immediately. If you have retweeted it, you could be in here as well. Music down a little bit. Yes, I can do this. So here I have my little features. Let's do it like this. Just let me know if it's better now. If it's too loud, I can decrease it even more. Okay, if you're ready, I'm ready. I'm going to click here this button, and then we'll see 3 people who are winning 1 year free PHP Storm. Dun, 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 dun. Here you go. Akmel Halabi, SGT Bourguignon, and Ton Staff. these are the winners. So that's nice. Let me just copy them. I'm going to contact them later. But yeah, they are now lucky winners of my little raffle. Okay, so back to our refactoring PHP platform. So what do we still need to do? So I have a few things on my list here. As you can see, we already did a few things, and I already did now this raffle, which is not part of the platform, but I still have it in there. And there are two main things that I want to do. First, there are still some design things that we have to do. So for example, here this input for adding a new code snippet is not looking well yet. And the same if you go to a specific snippet where you can provide a solution here, this form is also not beautiful yet. Also, we still have the Tailwind UI logo or the dummy logo from Tailwind UI. We have nowhere the name of our platform, so a few things that we still need to do here in this regard. And then something else, maybe we're also going to start with the second one here. So what the solution stars bullet point here means, what I want to do is that you can vote solution. So here we are in this code snippet, and here we have a few solutions. And if you logged in, you should be able to vote for one of these solutions. And maybe there's just a little stars, and then it says something like, yeah, this has 10 stars, and maybe we're also going to order them in the right regarding how many stars they have. So what I want to do with this is so that people see, okay, this is the kind of solution for this snippet, and this is the one that people like the most. By the way, I also have my lights here enabled in the back. Is it on this side? No, it's here. Something like. Let me try. Yeah, here. Here are my lights. If they blink, then I'm going to have I've purchased a new course of mine. So I don't see it because normally I have this light right in front of me so that I can see it when I sell something. But now I have this in the back so that you can see it. And if it blinks and I don't realize it, please let me know about this. Okay, so let's think about how we can implement those kind of stars. And so it's similar to some likes of posts. And I would say typically there are two solutions or two main solutions that people know. So first, for every solution, so solution is something that we have in our database table. We could add a new field, something like stars or count. And then every time someone votes, we could increase this number. So that's what I've done for years, and which works, but it has one big disadvantage, and that's we don't know who voted for what solution. So this means if I only increase the count number, then if I maybe want to disable the staring button here, if I have already favored it, then this wouldn't work. So in this situation, the other most common way is to have a database table, something like where we connect the user and the solution, and then we have an entry with those IDs. So this way we know, okay, this user has voted for this solution, and this is something that we could check here then and see, okay, if the user has already voted for one of them, maybe he's not capable of voting for any of them, or maybe we just show something like you have already voted, or unstar it and then star it. So I think we're more flexible with this solution. I'm thinking about if there's any other way we can do this. I don't think so. Yes, I think we're going to start with this now. And again, what I like to do is I want to start with a test. So let's think about what could be an easy test, what we can write. So what would be the first test? So I think the first test could be something, we're creating a code snippet, we're creating a solution, and then we're manually adding that one user has voted for the solution, and then we want to make sure that we see this count changing. I think this is the most easy one, because this way we don't have to think about if the user can click it or not. We just want to make sure if it's in the database, and then we see it in the front end. And by the way, I think that's what I mostly do. I start with things being in the database already, and then I write some tests to see if they're in the database, then they are seen, and I write tests for that. And then after that, I'm going to add some the features to change it and to provide it to the database, like a button or a form, and then I'm checking this. I'm not sure if everybody's doing it like this or if it's just me. I don't know, but I think it's a nice approach. Okay, so again, so what are we testing here? We are testing our solutions, and I think we already have tests for this. So feature tests, let me see. Our LiveWire components. So let me check this real quick. How have we built this? Page, yeah. So here we have our headline, which is this one here. Then we have here, yeah, here we have our code snippet. So that's this one here. And then down we have solutions. Okay, so this means our solutions down here, this is one LiveWire component. So let's give this a look, and let's start with the blade file for this. So what we're doing here, we are looping over the solutions and then highlight the code. Yeah. So this is how we get those snippets. And then at the bottom we have here, if you authenticate it, you have this level 4. Okay, so this means we have to test our solutions. Let me see here. So what do we have here? Yeah, we have a solutions test. Let's check this out here. So by the way, every shortcut that I use, you will see at the bottom what shortcut I am actually using, which is sometimes helpful if you don't know these. So it stores the code snippet. It shows the solution for given code snippet. So I think it will be similar to this one here. So here we're creating a code snippet. We are creating 2 solutions, and then we're spinning up our LiveWire component, and we make sure that we see those snippets here. Okay, I think I'm going to start by copying this test here. Yep. And now let's bring this in here. And how do we call it? It shows solutions star counter. Do you want to call it star counter? For given code snippet, it shows, no, we want to show star counter for given code solution. I think that's what we want to do. Okay, we have a questions in the meantime by Gerd. Anyone know the font theme used, like the way public functions look like? Oh yeah. So this is actually my custom theme. It's called Rios. It's included in my PHP Storm course, which is called Mastering PHP Storm. So if you buy this, you will also get this theme, and the font is called Operator Mono. It's a paid font. It's quite expensive. It costs something like, I think, $200. And yeah, somewhere last year I decided to buy it because yeah, I also really enjoyed this one. So I hope this helps. So it shows star counter for given code solution. So let's start by create a snippet on solution. Okay, let's stick with one solution for now. Okay, and what do we want to test now? So probably we will store this somewhere. Let me think about this. Our LiveWire component stores all the solutions, so it's not like I have like a counter for every solution here. So What does this mean? I think we're going to just set the code snippet like we do, because the code snippet comes with the solution. So, and the solution comes with probably a relationship to the users, and this will give me the amount of people who have voted for it. So I think I only need to set this, and then I want to make sure that I see something. So let's make it simple for now. Let's say we see something like 2 stars. Yeah, I think we're going to try this one. Hey Abhishek, nice to have you here. Also, hello Martin. Oh, Sven is here as well. Hello Sven. Yeah, I have the Pullman's word. I didn't patch it with. Only has the Pullman's version of the font and didn't patch it with. I don't have ligatures. Let me try this real quick. Okay, it's really not working. Okay, that's interesting. I thought I had already set this up at some point. Let me check this real quick. Is there something I can set here with my font? Oh, I think I haven't enabled it back again after doing my video course where I started from scratch. It work like this? Good question. Let me check this again. Okay, so 2 reasons. Could it be that this font does not have ligatures? I was pretty sure it has, but it doesn't look like it right now. Or maybe there's a different version of Operator Mono which I haven't installed since I set up my new Mac, and this is why I don't see them. Okay, interesting. I was pretty sure I had this already working, but good catch, Adrian. You will show me later. Okay, thanks. Okay, so again, let's just run this test now. And since everything is new on my Mac, let me just check real quick. Oh yeah, this is set wrong here. That's why my shortcut was not working. And now we're back here to a failing test. And yeah, just saying we don't see this here. Okay, that's true. So let's think about now how we would want to implement this. So we have here our code snippets, and maybe let's just say we'll try to bring this in here. So let's say we have our solution, and then we want to access a relationship. So the solutions will be connected to users. I'm still not sure if I want to call it users because the solution I think already has a relationship user. Let me just try it. Check this out here. So we don't want to. Okay, it does not have yet, but I know every solution is connected to a user, so probably I do not want to call it user. So maybe I think I just call it stars. And in the back, we are going to have a belongs to many relationship to users, and we just call it stars. And I think we can do it like this. So we're getting the relationship, just getting the count, and then we say it stars. Okay, of course, this is still not working because we haven't set anything up yet. Okay, but we have now in our failing test another hint what we should do next. And because this stars method is not given. So let's do this now. So this will be a method on our solution model. And let's call it stars, and it belongs to many relationship. So, by the way, this is one of the mistakes I did quite a lot, forgetting the return statement here with a relationship. And this is something not so easy to debug because you won't see any error, but nothing is working. So this belongs to many. And what does it belong to? It belongs to many users. Yeah. So if we keep it like this, level will assume we have a database table called solution user. But do we want to create this? No, I think I want to call it somewhere else. What could be a good name? So we're calling the feature stars. So it could be something like start. This is even a word, start. I don't think exit, let me just. Okay, it's a word. It's like an actor playing. So this actor starred in a specific movie. So let's think about start solutions. Do I like this? It's about solution and about start solutions. I think I keep it like this. Do we have some input here? What is Adrian saying? Solution votes. Here, this would also be not bad. Maybe we could also do solution stars. I think I keep it for now with start solution, and let's see if I want to change this on the way. Okay, back in our test. Let's try this out. What do we see now? Okay, we don't have this table, so let's create it. So we need a new migration, and let's call this. What was the name? I think we call it starts solutions. So with you. Rex, okay, start solutions. We create a new table. Okay, that's the name of the migration. Create start solutions. Start solutions. Yeah, okay. Here we go. So when there's also some input, refuse. I don't really think it's a refuse. Ratings, yeah, this could be something. Ratings. Yeah, thanks, but I think I keep it with start solutions for now. So what do we have here? An unsigned integer called first thing is solution ID. And what's the next thing is the user ID. I think like this. I don't need a done method. Do I need something else? So a specific user voted or start for a specific solution. Okay, I think we're good to go. And return type here. Okay, and again, let's go back to our test. Let's run this and see what's next. I always like if the test is telling me what to do next. Okay, so I think we're back to the arrow where it says it doesn't find this inside our view. So these are one of those test results that don't tell you what to do next, but yeah, we have to think about it ourselves. So let's see. I think the current problem is that we haven't added any entries into our new database. Oh, by the way, let me check this. So I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the new features what you can use inside a migration. Let me check it out real quick. Foreign ID for. Okay, I think can I provide here the class name? LiveStream. Okay. Solution. Yeah, I haven't tried this yet, but I think I like this a lot. So what do we have here? Our user class, and let's clean up the code. That's a good point. I like this a lot. Good point here. Okay, so I think now we're back, right? Okay, again, sorry guys, I accidentally refreshed my browser with StreamYard, and then I didn't see that the screen and my sound wasn't shared. So I'm very sorry. I hope you can hear me now again. Adrian says it's fine. Okay. I have to put this on my list. Remember, if I refresh the browser, I have to set everything up back again. Sound is not working. Okay, thanks guys. Sorry again. So in the meantime, I was wondering here, I added to the attach method here an array of 2 users, which I think should work, but somehow it doesn't. So I've just checked here. I'm getting back an array with 1 and 2. I think that should be fine. But I see here an error. Let me see again. Has no column named 0. Let me check again. So what's the issue here? I'm pretty sure I can attach an array. If you guys see it first, just let me know. So let's try this out real quick here. And just create the user just to make sure if this is working. So I thought it was working like this. Or maybe is there attach many method? Let's just try it out. Okay, it's working like this. So why wasn't it working before? Now I'm curious. I'd like to know now. So we are creating 2 users. We're using the plug method to only get the ID, and then we are getting an array. So I'm wondering if the only issue is that we have keys on our array. Oh yeah, double array. Thank you very much. I'm pretty sure it's this one. Because with double array, it doesn't find anything. And the first thing yeah, let's just try it out, but I'm pretty sure that's it. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Samuel. Nice for helping me out. Yeah, Martin found it as well. Yeah. Hunting 2, Martin 2, and hi, by the way, as well. Okay, thank you guys. Little mistake here, but our test is working now. So that's good. Let me think about what I want to do next. So let me check my test. It shows star counter for given code solutions. Okay, this seems to be working now. That's good. So we don't have any stars yet. Okay, but we have an error here. Okay, I need to migrate everything as well so that we have our new table also here. Okay. Okay, yeah, we are already seeing 0 stars here. Okay, so it's already a little bit working. That's nice. So what would be the next thing? So let's say we want to add a little button here that says stars, star it, something like this. Maybe voting would be easier in the long run, because with stars it's a little bit more inconvenient. Star it, stars. I'm gonna think about that later. So let's try to make a little button here, and if you click it, the stars increase. Let me think about now how I would want to test this. So we can do a similar test like here, bringing up our LiveWire component with a code snippet. assert that we see like 0 stars or 2 stars, then we click the bottom, and then we should see 1 more stars. I think that's the way to go. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah, that's always with testing. You just have an idea, you give it a try, and then you see how it goes here. Whoop. Seems I was missing something here. There we go. And how do we call it? User can increase counts of solution. Yeah, something like this. And now that I wrote it down, I'm thinking about how this would work, because we would get now a button for every of those solutions here. So I'm at the point where I think about it, if it makes sense to split this up in one singular solution component. Oh, let's see what Adrian is suggesting, to make stars its own component. Yeah, I thought about this too before this video. Especially because of Caleb's target Laracon, where he also shot a lot of little components saying where he used Livewire. So let us think real quick a minute, what does it look like if we have a component for every star? So this means component we would add inside our solutions page. So here we would add this Livewire component. And what do we pass into this component? We would pass in maybe just the solution itself, and from the solution itself we can grab the count of the stars. Okay, so I think this would work pretty well. Then on the other hand, inside the solution template, we would add a button to add 1 star to the snippet or to the solution. We would add it to the solution, and then how would we test it then? So inside my solutions test, I would probably only check to see that we have the stars component inside there. And then inside my star solution component, my stars component, I would write a own test for this component, and here I would check if I have a code snippet. I add this code snippet to this component with 0 stars, for example. I click the button. Now we only have 1 button in this component, so it's a little bit easier to find it, click it, and then I will check in the database. Maybe I will check it. Maybe I think I check it inside the component, that the provided solution now has more stars, and then maybe also in the database as well. I think something like this. Yes, I think that's a good idea. Let's try this out. And let's start here inside our solutions test. Get rid of this here. So what about this test? It shows star counter for given code solution. So I think we can keep this because this should still work. We will see about this, but I want to write now another test. It includes component for solutions. I'm not sure yet how I would test this now for every solution, but let's see about this. Do we already have a similar test here? where do we have this already? I think page home test. I'm looking where we have it. It includes the code snippet component. Yeah, here. So here we have tested something similar where we make sure that we see a specific LiveWire component. And if I think correctly, we have created this ourselves, have we? Or is this part of LiveWire? I'm not sure anymore, but yeah, I think we want to do something like this. So how does this work here? We're making a request to the page and then we make sure we see something. Does this work inside our solutions test here? Because mostly we have spinning up here a new LiveWire component and then test it like this. So how can we test this as well? We can check that we see something, which we're already doing by this test here. So we're already checking if, nope. Yeah, but this test here, where was it? Yeah, here, where we're checking if we see the star. So this in some way is already checking when we have a component that this is working. But still, I would like to test somehow as well if the component is, but I think we can't test this like this. Do we have some more comments? Yeah, Adrian also said that we already did, and we will struggle with inline plate. Not 100% sure what you mean, but I think it's the same here. So since we are inside our solutions test here, inside our solutions test here, solution component, LiveWire component test here, we can't hit a page because this test is only about the component itself. So let me real quick just test, check, because we have created some kind of, what was it? Code formatter? Mix in. So we've created some custom LiveWire things. Assert property wired, okay. Assert method wired. Assert component given. Yeah, so that's what we did. So I think we can already use this. So this way we created a little component to make sure that we see another component inside a component where we, checking this here with our needle and then looking for this. By the way, why don't I have a return type here? Okay, better. Okay, so solutions test. Where do we have our empty test here? So how does this look like? We have our LiveWire component again. We're going to test our solutions LiveWire component class. Did we do it like this? Let me just check real quick. Yeah. And we're going to provide a code snippet. Okay, let's do this as well. Here we go. What's wrong here? LiveWire test solution and array. I can't see it. Oh, okay, we don't have. Doesn't look like this. Yeah, it's been so long since I was working on this that I already forgot about all those features. I should have just copied it like this. Copy. Here we go. Do we need a code snippet? Yeah, we do. So let's copy this one here. And one solution as well. I think we need to refactor this test class as well because we have a lot of duplicated code here. But we have the code snippet. I don't think we need to set something. Let me check again what the name was. Insert component was given, and was I able to just get the name on the component? Okay. So we don't have this yet, but it will be something like, how would we call this component? Stars, just stars. Stars indicator. Maybe let's just stick with stars for now. And then it should work something like this. Oh yeah, thank you very much, Martin. Have a nice day. See you another time. Nice that you joined again. Okay. Okay, let's run this. Oh, again, let me just real quick fix this. I think I have set. Where do we have it? PHP. PHP 8. Okay, this is set correctly. So why again? Why is it wrong here? I want to use the default one. Okay. Okay, this stars component is not given yet, so let's create it. Let me just check here. Do we have any? Where's our LiveWire stuff? App HTTP LiveWire. Do we have any or directories? No, we don't. So let's create a new one. LiveWire component. We'll just call it stars. Get rid of this. Returning view. Okay, and here we have our stars. And let's just start by, what do we want to put in here? We start by we have access to the solution, so we could just go the same way like we did in our solutions, like this. And I think for now, let's just copy this in here. Maybe we're going to provide this count somewhere else, but I think it's fine for now. Then let's bring in now our stars. That is, I think this is a bug that I've seen with the Laravel idea. So immediately after I have the component created, it does not find it. Is it just like this? I'm not sure. Let's give it a try. And we also need to provide the solution. Okay, let's input now this new LiveWire component, get name, and let's try this out. Unable to locate a class of view for component stars. So let me see what's wrong here. We have our stars component and we have our view here. Let's also check now resources, views, LiveWire stars. What's wrong here? Oh, Adrian found the problem already. Of course, we have LiveWire. So sorry, Laravel idea. It was not your fault. Probably was always my fault. I always get confused. Do you use blade components or LiveWire components? I think you can also use it something like this. Or it was just add LiveWire. What you can use as well. Okay. Okay, back to this. Back to our test. Run this, and we still have undefined variable solution. Let's see. Oh yeah, do we need the code snippet or do we just need the solution? I think we only need the solution. That's our solution. All right, let's try it again. Still failing. So okay, let me check again. So did we? What was our test only for checking if we have a blade component inside a LiveWire component? Because it looks like this, because it's now looking for a blade component. Assert component giving. Yeah, it seems we're only checking if a blade component is given. So does this mean we currently cannot check if a LiveWire component is inside a LiveWire component? I mean, I think we could easily create something like this for LiveWire as well. Let me check again. So the thing we tested on our homepage, just for a quick summary. So it seems this is something built into Laravel. Let's just look for it just to make sure. Okay, this comes with LiveWire service provider. Oh, maybe this would have been also a nice example for my talk. Okay, so this comes with LiveWire, and it makes sure that if we use this feature testing where we hit a specific endpoint, that we can check if we see a LiveWire component here. So this means I think currently we're not capable of checking if there is a LiveWire component in a LiveWire component. Oh, Adrian says we already have a macro for this as well. Let me check this. Assert component given, the method given, assert property given. So, I don't think we have this. Assert. Assert LiveWire. Assert C-level. Yeah, okay, that's this one. So I think this can only be used on. Just check if. just check if the component is a LiveWire component. Yeah, okay, but it means we don't have this yet. So let me see. Yeah, I don't like that I didn't know what this was for. So I really thought this was we make a LiveWire test and then we sort of see a component. LiveWire is also a component, yeah. So I think there might be a better test. So I think the most easiest way to do this would be to just change it now to insert LiveWire component given, and now instead of X we do LiveWire colon. Let me check again. What we have here? LiveWire colon. Okay, let's just try it out. Oh, it's working. Okay, so this was an easy fix, but as you can see, we already get confused of ourselves what is already possible and not. And I think I really need to maybe create a little package or a little class that you can use for providing some more helper methods when testing with LiveWire, because I really like how we test this. Check if a component is given, check if a LiveWire component is given, and then the test itself we have for the component itself. So I really like this approach. So let me check real quick. Assert LiveWire component given. Yeah, I think maybe there's a better way in the naming, but for now I think we're fine. Let me just see. Adrian says our other tests are now fucked up. Why should they be? So okay, I think only. So what tests are failing? Which one is this here? Yeah, I could, but what would be the benefit of doing it in just one? And check if the given class is a subclass of LiveWire. Yeah, but I don't. This way, I don't like that the method name is not telling me what. Sorry, guys. I'm always in the wrong browser when I'm refreshing the page. Or when I'm going to go to my recent PHP Storm files, because this is Command R as well. And if I just came from the browser, then I'm refreshing the browser and you're gone. I need some way to prevent this. Maybe there's a way. So what I wanted to say is, Adrian said that we could do this in just this one test method class. So this means just have a sort C component given, and then check here inside if it is a LiveWire component or not. But what I don't like about this is that inside our test here, when we now search for a third component given, and then here we don't know exactly if this is a LiveWire component or a blade component, so I like to have this inside my method name. That's why I think I will keep this for now. Excuse me, so let's check again what tests are currently failing. Oh, why is this everywhere wrong? So this one here is failing. Let's check what's wrong. Oh, come on, why is this? I just made a course about this and can't manage to make it work for me. So undefined variable solution. Okay, so what is happening here now? We have an undefined variable solution. We'll run this test. So this means now inside our solutions LiveWire component, we now have another component. Okay, I see. Let me go to our solution class. And not this one. I want to go to my LiveWire component here. So in here we only have a component, and I think inside our solutions plate file, yeah, we now try to get a solution. Okay, but we have the solution. We do get it here. Okay, let's check again what the error was. I'm not sure what it is about. Oh, come on, Adrian. We like you here. Don't be disappointed. I do take 90% of your tips, but I have to keep my 10%. I want to keep those 10% to me. So undefined variable solution. Inside which view is this? Inside our stars component, we don't have a solution. So why is this? Let me check. Let me go to our stars LiveWire component. Okay, that's the one. Okay, we haven't added the solution here. What's the solution? I think it's a string. No, it's not a string. It's a solution. I know we had some issues with type hinting in LiveWire, but let's try this out now again. Okay, this test is now passing. Now let's run again all of our tests. And I think we should only have now one failing test here. So what's happening here is we don't see our stars count. We're searching for 2 stars. And what do we have? It seems like we have nothing. So, oh yeah, Adrian now saw it as well with the public property, which we were missing. Thank you. So this is now failing. Let's see here. Why is this failing? Inside our solutions plate file, we now have our LiveWire stars. And do we already show something here? I think we should see 0 stars, but we don't do this yet. Let me check again the output here. So we see our code snippet, but we don't see anything about the stars. Let me see. You just have a diff owned by LiveWire. You just have a diff owned by LiveWire. If you want to test to render nested LiveWire, you need a feature test and visit the URL. So, okay, I think what Adrian means here is that we have inside our solutions component, we only see this div here and we don't see the content yet of our stars component. And I think that's fine for us because actually we wanted to test this here inside our other components. So I think I can get rid of this here. And let's run all of our tests now again. And then I think we're going to create now a stars test. Yeah, so this is working now because inside our stars component, we want to test this now. So this means we are creating a new test, a new feature test, and let's call, let me check real quick where we have our LiveWire tests. Okay, inside a LiveWire folder. Let's keep this. The test. Inside tests, featured, I think we got LiveWire. And then let's call it start text. Look like this. All right. Let's bring back our test from before. And let's tell Laravel that this is a test. Tell PHP unit that this is a test. It shows star counter for given code solution. Again, we are creating a snippet. We are creating a solution. Again, I need to refactor this at some point because we have a lot of duplicated code. And we're adding now 2 users to the solution. Bring in LiveWire, bring in our solutions. Now we want to test our stars. And we also provide the code snippet, I think we do. I think we don't have to set anything. Let's give this a try. Oh, I'm really annoyed by this. So why is this not working? Normally I'm going to set this here. Okay, that's the right one. That's the language level. And is something down here? No. I think somewhere there was another setting where I could define that the default is being used. Oh, what's this? Let me try. This could also be inside here. So here I've set them. I think there's some way where I can define this globally. Adrian says I should run it again and scroll to the top. No, here it uses PHP 8, but it should be the default one. Let's check again. Nope. No, what did I do? I don't want this for you. Get rid of this again. Okay. So yeah, here I can only define this for my different run configurations. But somewhere there was a way I could set this globally. Yeah, those settings, they get created every time I use my shortcut, but maybe let's try again if I get rid of them. And now, maybe there was a setting still before and now I've changed, that's why it wasn't used. Nope, it creates a new one and it gets to the default one here. I don't know, I have to check this later. Okay, so what's happening here is no such table. Okay, this means we have to refresh the database for this test. Refresh the database, here we go. Let's run this again. Call to member function stars on null. So stars on null, so we don't have our solution. Let's check again. By the way, what do we have as a public method here? Do we have the solution? Not sure if this could be a problem again with type handling, but we have the solution. It's public, so we should have access to it. Let's also check inside our test. Okay, here's a problem. Here we're not providing the solution. I think that was the issue. Okay, this is not working. Let's also try to change this here back to type hinting. Okay, this is working again. All right, so we have now made sure that the stars component is inside our solutions component, and we've also made sure that we see the counter if there's data in the database through our stars test. Okay, let me check the time. We are 1 hour 15 minutes. Okay, that's fine. All right, so what do we do next? So let's add a little button here so that we can click it, and we would like to increase it. So we also want to do this now inside our stars file component test. And maybe I am now get rid of the duplicated code here, but as I noticed, I'm only complaining about it, but I don't do something about this. So I think I'm going to add here a setup method. I just wonder what's the best way to do this. I haven't done this in a while. I think I have done a setup method and just added this here. Do we need to have access to this? Yeah, we need to have access to the solution. So I think that's how I would do this. Let's make this a property and this as well. Code snippet. And I think we can keep it private. And let's type hinted. Okay. Okay, that's because we haven't used it yet. And let's do the same now with this. I still need to change that I have here my doc block. Yeah, but everything with my editor is a little bit out of sync because of my PHP Storm videos. Okay, we create now a snippet and solution. The setup test is being run with every test. Now we need to use this property here. And then inside here, we need to make use of this solution. And let's try this out. Test framework. So what does Adrian do in such cases? I add it to the factory. Okay, so let me just read the rest. The solution always needs a snippet, so the factory should take care of it. And in the test, you just use the solution factory. Okay, so yeah, so that's something that I've done in the past too as well. Do I want to do this now? Yeah, let's do this. So let me delete this again. So how could this look like? So what we need here is a solution. So this means what we want to do is we want to have a solution factory and create it. So that's the most simple way. But in the back, of course, in order to have a solution, we also need to have a code snippet. So let's see how we can do this. I have used my own package for things like that, but let's see what Laravel can help us here. So inside my solution factory, we have only defined the content here. So let's see, is there a nice way with Laravel to do this, like a helper method? Let me check. Writing factories. Is it a belongs to relationship? Let me think. The solution belongs to code snippets. I think so. So we're creating one post or 3 posts for this. Okay, let's see if this is working for us as well. So let's use this here for code snippet. I probably need to create a new one. No, I'm just using the factory. Okay, that's similar how Adrian and I have been doing this in our factory package. Do we need to specify something specific? I don't think so. I need to change this here again. And let's get rid of those two. Just run it. Okay, we have the problem from before. Hello, Mr. Beganovic. I think it was Benjamin, right? Let me know. So cannot read declare. I think I just copied this test and I didn't rename it. So I think the second test is a user can increase or increase, a user can start the solution. All right. Call to undefined method. Code snippet. Okay, let's see about this. So we have a solution model. What's the relationship? We don't have a relationship to code snippet yet. Okay, that's strange. Let's add this real quick and let's call it code snippet. It's belongs to relationship, and we're going to return belongs to code snippet class. Okay, so it was Benjamin. Ooh, good. Delete the second test. Thanks, Adrian. And create target on Lyricon. Cool. Thanks a lot. Hearing this from you means a lot to me. I really put a lot of work into this talk, and I really hope when people like that too. Already losing my voice, so let's keep going here. So we've created now a relationship. Let's try our test again. Nice, we are back green. And yeah, thanks, Adrian, good point. This is, of course, much nicer because with the setup method, we have no idea what is being created. And now we just see, okay, we have a solution here for a specific snippet. And this way we know what data we have to make this test pass. And now let's do the same here. So what we're testing now, user can start a solution. So we don't need to check anything yet. Assert seeing it start with 0. Let's see if this is working. This really drives me nuts. I really would love to know what this is. Okay, this test is now working, but we haven't clicked anything yet. So let's call. We want to call a method now. The method is it star? We want to call it star. Maybe I really think to go with words because with words everything is a little bit more obvious. Star it, star solution. I don't like all of them. What is in the meantime? Oh, you put this in the definition here. I thought about this too. I think it might work for most cases. I'm not sure if we could run into an error because when we create a solution and we don't see immediately that we also create a code snippet. So that's the only thing that I don't like about it. But yeah, I think that's valid too. Ratings radius or something like this would be better. But rating, is it rating? I don't see it as rating. I want to say, okay, this is my favorite solution. That's the one that I pick. This is what I vote. There must be a nicer word in English, but it's always the issue if English is not your first language. So I want to favorite it. Is this a word, to favorite something? Prioritize? No. Rated? No, somehow rate is not clicking for me. Star it. I think I just go with star it for now, that we don't lose too much time. And then we want to see now one more star. Okay, let's try this out. Unable to call component method. Yeah, it's true because this is not given yet. And let's go to our stars component and let's create this method now. Do anything? I don't think so. Convenient, back to our test here. Okay, now we don't see our 1 stars, we only see 0 stars. Okay, so how do we do this now? Can I go through this? Oh, wow. That's nice. So we want to add now this relationship. So let me check. We have our solution. We have on our solution our stars method, and now we want to attach the current user. I think so. Do we have access to the user inside Wi-Fi? Then get the user like this, and we want the ID. Things like this. Vote. Yeah, vote too. Yeah, right. So that's what I thought too. So something like rating is more if you have more specific options. Yeah, maybe we should go back to likes again. I just likes is what I wanted to start with, but I thought like everything is about likes, and I hate that it's always connected to Facebook. That's why I often want to don't use likes, but maybe I sleep over it. Okay, so star solutions, relationship stars. We're going to attach a new user. This way we are going to vote it. And then, yeah, then that's always what a little bit struggle with Livewire. What's the best way to refresh this now? I know there is this refresh method on the model itself, so we're going to refresh it. Is this what I need? So of course what I need is I want Livewire to change from 0 stars to 1 stars. And I'm thinking about what's the best way to tell Livewire. Oh, that's a nice tip too. Auth ID. I think I've also seen this somewhere in Claricon. I think maybe Miguel showed this in his talk. I'm not sure, but upvote. Yeah, this could work too. Upvote. Okay, thanks for the suggestion. ID as a function. Thank you. Oh, now also have PHP Storm knowing it. So yeah, I'm still wondering what's the best way to refresh it. So refresh, I know that. Oh, maybe let's just check what it's doing. What is refresh doing? This exists. Okay. Set raw attributes. Okay, we're loading the relations again. Okay, so I think. Sorry guys, again, refreshing the wrong window. Let me bring back my screen. Here we go. So back inside our test, let's give this a try. And it's not working yet, so we still have 0 stars. So let's go back here. So it seems like refresh is not working. Yeah, so everything is refreshed for this solution here, but let me check again. How do we get? We're calling the stars method and then running the count. And at this point here, we should have already added the user. So I'm pretty sure this works. So I think the only problem still is how we can refresh it with Livewire. And I think I've used refresh before. Let me think if there's a different way. Oh, I think I might have to set the solution to refresh version. Do I get this back here? Okay, it seems so. Let's try it out. Nope, still fitting. Okay, guys, have you any suggestions? What am I doing wrong here? I'm setting the solutions. Not sure if the typing could be a problem, but maybe just to make sure, let me check this real quick here. So we have here stars, count. Oh, okay. So the issue lies somewhere else. So we have our solution. We call the stars method on it. We're going to attach a new ID. Okay, Adrian says this render. Okay, so this way we're refreshing the whole component. Okay, that's fun with me too. Let's see about this. Yeah, so I think we have a different issue as well. Let's see what this returns. I think we should get something back here, which tells us if this was working. Getting null back. Why do we get null back here? Okay, we just don't get anything back here as it seems. Okay, then this is fine. But still, why is it not working? We have our solution. We call the stars method on it, which we have here. Belongs to many. We have a custom class name. We're going to attach. Just to make sure, let's check all of this. Oh, I think we don't have a user. Yep, I think that's the issue. Let me just try this real quick. What did we get back here? No, yeah, okay, so we don't have a user. So I think what we've been doing here is acting as a user factory create. All right. Okay, now we get here something back. Let's get back here. This render. I think we're good. I think now we have it. Yep. All right, back working here. Yeah, the acting as. I think we've run into this issue a few times already. I think by now I should know. So, yeah, so we are now at the point that we have tested if we call the method that something happens. But again, we don't have a button yet on our actually fuse. Let me try real quick. Here we go. So as you can see, we don't have a button here that we can click. So that's why we also in the last test where I like to make sure that we see a wired button. Do we also have, so we have created this custom ends. A third property wired, a third method wired. So this is what we need. We want to make sure that a method is wired to a specific component. So a user can start a solution. I think we've named this something else in the last tests. Feature LiveWire. It shows given code snippet. Name field is required. Content field is required. Content needs to be valid. It includes wired fields. Okay, something like this is what we want to do. Okay, back here. We're going to write now a new test. It includes wired button here. Okay. Do we need a solution? Yeah, we do. And let's also make sure we're logged in. I think for this test, we don't even need it. Let's try. So what is our test called again? I have not copied it yet. Insert method wired. And how did we use this? Method name. Okay. The method name is called started. And okay, so we don't have it inside our blade file. Excuse me. So let's create one. Fire click start it. And here, let's try it again. Okay, perfect. So now we've made sure that we also have this button on our view here. So let's refresh this. See anything? Probably because I have not given it a name. Here. So we have it. And it's not working. Let me refresh it. Is something happening? No, it's not. Okay, we have to check this. We have some more comments. Try without this render. I mean to try out our test here. I mean like this. Stars test. User can start a solution. Okay, this is working now too. Okay, why is it working without this as well? This is being rendered automatically somehow. I'm not sure. Why not after 0? Why? I think Adrian is asking why I'm not including this inside this other test here. And I think we might end up with some more things that I want to check, and I maybe have a method for all of those. I think that was my point, creating here a new test method, but of course it would work here as well. Okay, but still, let me just check real quick if all the tests are still passing. Okay, that's good, but here we have now the issue that our button here is not doing anything. And let's check real quick. We click it, something happens, and we call LiveWire, but we don't see anything. Also, if we refresh it, we don't see anything. Let's also check the database. to see if we have any data inside our tables here. So we are missing now here our intermediate table. Yeah, that's because I think by default Invoker doesn't show tables where you don't have a model, which I don't like. Let me check. I think there was some kind of setting to this. Persist settings, include render folder, no. Okay, not sure, maybe this is not working. Then let's just go with table plus and I'll check again later. Let me log in here. Valet, refactoring PHP. All right, so our table is empty, so we don't have any items in here. So this means when we call our oh, I think I have an idea what it could be. Let me just try this out real quick. I think it could be connected to the button, but I'm not sure. All right, refresh. Okay, working as well. So I thought it was connected to the button, but sometimes if you have the button and it is a submit button, I know it triggers some kind of refresh, but I'm not sure if this only is inside a form. Okay, but we don't see any entries inside our database. Okay, why is that? So we're calling here on the click, and by the way, let's add a pointer here. What do we call it? Cursor pointer. Okay, we click it, and why is this not working? Did I run the migrations? Yeah, so we have the table, start solutions. So I think it already should work. And also I think we should see an error if we didn't have the table. So we're calling here this. Yeah, it's funny because it seems like it's working inside our tests. This is what I'm a little bit confused about, and we don't see anything here. We have solutions, we have our code snippets, but we don't see our start solutions. So let me check my users. We have one user. Okay, let me try putting in one here. Refresh it, click it. Okay. That's now interesting. So what was the issue here? It's a problem of ID. Are we not logged in? Oh, we're not logged in. Okay, that's the issue. Okay. So we need to make sure that we only show this button if we are logged in. So, okay, again, this means we have another test we should do. Stars test. A user can start a solution. And let's create a new test here. Start button is only shown for login users. This means, let's copy this here. So we are not logged in. We have a solution, we have a code snippet. We want to make sure that we not what is it? See, don't see. That we don't see our button called, I think we called it started. Yep. Let's try this out. This should fail now. I'm getting really frustrated by now. So, okay, this is failing. Now back inside our plate file, we're making sure that only if the user is authenticated. Do we need this here? Let's see. Okay, perfect. This is now passing, and now, yeah, okay, now we don't see this anymore. This also means inside my stars component here, I can go back to the author ID. Okay, that's good. Let me log in. Here we go. Let's select this code snippet. Okay, now we see the button, and if we click it, we can edit, which is good. But yeah, we can edit multiple times. That's interesting now. So why can we click it multiple times and we now see 5 stars when we only have it one? Oh, okay, I was looking at the wrong table. Okay, here we go. Okay, we have multiple entries here. So this is why we see those this increasing of the number. So, okay, let me just check the time. We're already almost at 2 hours. Let me really quick think about what we want to do. Is we want to only make sure that the user sees the button if it has not already voted. Okay, maybe I think that's a small thing that we can implement maybe next minute. So inside our stars test, so stars button is only shown for logged in users. A user can star a solution. A user who has already started the solution cannot see. This means how do you want to test this? The user should be logged in. Yes, we want our solution. I think just assert don't see. I think something like this. Okay, it's failing because it contains the string. And now we want to make sure inside here, if the user is authenticated and if the user has not voted yet. We have some more comments here. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. I don't want anybody to die or cry. Let's go back here. And use insert or ignore instead of attach. Okay. With insert or ignore. What does this do? Does this prevent me from adding it multiple times? Insert or ignore. The insert or ignore method will ignore duplicate record errors while inserting records to the database. Okay, it really does that. Okay. I'm wondering if this also works on attaching to a many-to-many relationship. That will be interesting too, but for now I want to check here if the user has already voted for. Now I'm saying voting as well, has already voted for it. So this means how do I check like this if the user authenticated? If we get a user back, probably like this. And what's the other thing? How do I check if the user is already in there? So the solution has stars. Do I want to create a method for this? Let's make an attribute. So first I want to check if the user is authenticated. And if the user is authenticated, he should only see the button if he has not voted yet. So I'm thinking about the best and easiest way to check if the user has already voted yet. And probably this would be something like, so we have the user, and then the user also has a relationship to stars. So these are the entries the user has voted for. And then I could do something like contains, and then something like the solution ID. I think something like this should work. Guys, please let me know about this. So first we want to check if the user is authenticated, because if not, I don't want to check even if the user has stars. So what did I do now with my IDE that I get this strange? Yeah, I'm missing one end of the statement here. So but user to stars will be has many relationship. Is this a has many relationship? Why is it not belongs to many relationship? I think it should be a belongs to many. Vote for helper method on the user. Yeah, so that's what I thought too, has voted for solution. So it would do something like this, and then this would be the helper method. But first, let's try to make this work. And so what we get back here now with stars is a belongs to many relationship. And now other a query object, is what I mean. And probably I can still do where solution ID is the solution ID. So the other option would be to just get the collection and then do something on the collection. But I think when I can already do this in the query, I think I would do something like this. Now the good thing about creating the method first would be that we can better test this. And yeah, I think I really want to do this now real quick to finish this off. So let's see, do we have already a test for our user? Nope. So let's create one. A test, I think it will be a feature test because we're interacting with the database here. So feature test, and let's call it user test. Okay, let's create a new test. It checks if user has start a solution. All right, so how do I want to assert this? So first I need to get a user. User factory, give me a new user. I don't care about the data. So now we have a user. We also need to have a solution. So I think I've copied this somewhere in the last hour. Yeah, here we go. Let's bring those in. Code snippet. Here we go. Have our solution. So this is also part of our arrange part here. Here we go. Act, and then user has start solution. Excuse me. So user. What did Adrian suggest? Has voted for solution. I think something like this is nice. Has start solution, and I'm going to provide in here the solution. And I'm going to assert this. Assert. I think it should assert false. We start with false. User start solution. Okay. And then let's do this as well again. So now we want to add something to the user. Let's go for the solution again. User starts attach user ID. And now we want to check that this is true now. Assert true. Okay, let's run this. Fix this. Here we go. Yes, database exception because we don't refresh our database. Refresh database. Here we go. Try again. Call to undefined method. That's true. So let's copy this now. Let's go to our user. Bring this in. Public function has start solution. Inside here we have our solution. Solution, return a Boolean. Okay. And now, have I copied this somewhere? No, where did we have this? Inside here. My first idea how this could look like. So we are inside our user. Or maybe let's go from the start, from the solution side, because we have already the stars relationship. So solution, we have stars for the solution. Now we check for the user ID. is this ID. And we're going to return this. From here, our first, oh, that's what Adrian said, there exists. Oh, that's nice. I haven't used it before. Let me just check real quick. How about rendering component and simulating the star click twin one? How about rendering the component and simulating the star click? I'm not sure what you mean, Benjamin. Maybe you can explain this again. In the meantime, I'm seeing if this test is passing. Asserting that false is true. Okay, what do we get back here? I'm curious now. That falls back here. Okay, so this means, okay, this first is working. And now, okay, now I need to call this again. Yeah. So, call it again, yeah, like this. Okay, perfect. So now we have this method, which is nice. Let's go back to our blade file here. Let's run this now on our user. User has start solution, and we're going to provide the solution. Okay, let's go back to this test now. A user who has already started the solution cannot see the button. Nice, this is working. Let's make sure all tests are still working. Fingers crossed. Oh, nope. What do we have here? It includes wired button. Yeah, so are we still inside this test here? Yeah. So that's the case because we are not logged in. So we need to log in the user here as well. Run this again. Test. And I think we're now not good. Okay, let me check again. We don't see the button that we want to see here, it seems. Failed asserting that start. Okay, we don't see the. Okay. Oh, have I put it the wrong way? Oh yeah, that's the issue. I think I've done this the wrong way now. So yeah, this is now back working. And I'm not sure if I wrote it the wrong way for the other test that we just did. Yep, I did. So this means now a user who has already started the solution cannot see the button. So a user who has already started the solution cannot see the button. Okay, where has the user started the solution? We haven't done this yet here. Which test am I here again? I'm in a stars test here. Okay, so need to attach this now again. So this means we have here our user, and I think it should work like this. Okay, and we'll try all of our tests. Yep, finally we did it. Okay. Okay, we have some more comments in the meanwhile. So let me see. auth user. Okay, we're using the optional helper here. Yeah, we are in PHP 8. So, so where are we again? So here we have checked if the user is authenticated and if it has started the solution. So this means, let me try this. We could do auth user, and if the user is not given, we return null, which should work. And if it is given, we can run this method. Okay. I like this, and my tests do not like this. Start it. Start it. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, I think I keep it for now like this. I don't want to check anymore why this is not working, and maybe do it later, but I think we're already at the end, so I don't want to change this. Hey, root call has start solution again in the test. Oh yeah, I think that's what I did wrong. So thanks for adding this. Instead of attaching the star on the backend, how about rendering the component and simulating click the start button, which will attach it? Okay, I think I now know what you mean. Let me see again. Where did we do this? Shown for your logged in users. Okay. A user who has already started. The solution cannot see the button. Oh, I followed this one. Let's bring this back in. Here we go. So this means instead of doing this here, let me just comment this out. What we can do is call start it. Yep, that's better. That's better. I like this. Thanks for the hint. Can star solution. But now you need the inverse here. So can start a solution. User can start a solution. Yeah, so the can start solution depends on if the user is authenticated and if it has already started. So I think if I would call it can, we would need to take in the authentication check in here as well. Yeah, so I get the point. And I think about this, but I'm already over 2 hours again, and I want to stop here now. So yeah, thanks again, everybody, for watching. And yeah, it was fun again. Thanks, Adrian. Thanks, Benjamin, and all the others who joined again for this live stream. Again, next live stream will be on probably next Monday again. And want to work on some of those we have. And yeah, I really want to make sure that we are going a little bit faster now and try to make an MVP that we can soon release a first release. Can do a first release soon. So that's what I want to do. Yeah. Okay. Thanks again, guys. It was fun. And See you the next time. Have a nice day. Bye. And